Welcome to the Village People Roundup, Part 1. You've reached Talking with Dr. Terry, 180 Seconds to a Better You. This is message number 97. I'm Dr. Terry Wurzbacher, and this call goes out to Ken. We'll start with a review of the weekly Roundup calls from last week. Karen likes the idea of putting goals where you can see them, so as April said, they are in the front of your mind, and she's going to try it. Hopefully she'll keep us updated. Lise loves the weekly Roundup because it brings us all together. Karen is always so insightful. She says this is like making a Village People quilt. We're changing our lives for the better, but we're helping and rescuing each other in doing it. I just love that visual. Karen said she had new insight into the idea of complaining, that it's not necessarily negative, and it helps you get clear as to what you're going for. Ramona brought up something that made me think that she thought that this would be helpful in my job as a death doula to know what it is my clients want and don't want, even though they're at the end of their life. That was really intriguing, Ramona, and I thank you for it. April liked that it was redefining complaining as a constructive thing, and there's not much risk of it becoming a negative reply or a negative Nelly when you do it that way. Tim uses a similar system when he writes down the positives and negatives of something in order to compare them. And comparison is always something, it's really the same as contrast, in my opinion. He was talking about if you have 3 other employees that are making $40,000 more than you, comparing is a good thing there. You might decide that you need to get another job, or perhaps you need to find out what it is you can do better so that your salary can increase. And Coach Clifford came up with winners train and losers complain. In the Marcus Aurelius Rules for a Better Life, Aaron focused on asking for help, and I think that's pertinent because we all help each other, especially on this call. I'll say something, one of you won't understand it, but another will, and they'll phrase it in a different word, and so the weekly roundup helps as far as that's concerned. Tim got my interest piqued because he said he's almost done writing a book. I can't wait for that. He gave us 3 quotes, which are really helpful as well. Any man who despises me, it's his problem. Number 2, don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. And number 3, it isn't the future or the past that affects you. It's always the present. Paul also loves Arete, which is by Brian Johnson. I can't recommend that book enough. It's one book. I've read it all the way through, and now each day I read another page or 2. And I do it like people say they open the Bible. They just open it to a page and see what happens. I do the same thing with Arete. April said that these rules for a better life are applicable unless you have children. And she said they will do everything they can to challenge your commitment to the rules, but she's appreciative of the perspective and the reminders. And Holly brought up a good point when I recommended KarenWritesDangerously.com. It's Karin, and thanks, Holly, for that.